All right, all right. If you're ready to work hard, play hard, and recover hard, this is Tim Judge from Greenwich Local and GreenwichCT.us here with my friend Jennifer O'Connor. How are you, Jennifer?
Good
Welcome,
morning,
welcome.
Tim. Thank
Good
you.
to
I'm
see you
so
again.
excited to be here. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. We've done this a couple times already. I'm glad to have you back, and you have done so much since the last time we spoke. So I'm very excited to learn everything that's going on. Tell me a little bit about all the great things that you've been up to.
Yes, I am. I want to start by saying I'm so grateful for just everything that I have, and I feel like $1 million, and it's something that I want to share with you and the audience and everything. It's kind of what I base my business around. And actually, this year I've done some exciting things. I made my speaker show reel for keynote talking. I did a compassionate leadership class, as well as an AI and emotional intelligence. So behind the scenes, I've been studying, educating myself, and I created a new power plan page and program methodology, as well as deep set retreats.
That is awesome. I'm so very excited. But you actually brought a little proof with you this morning. So it's amazing to have a power player like Leroy join us. Let's see if Leroy will come up. Leroy, you there? We see you now.
Yes, I'm so excited. Leroy and I worked together for we did a power plan. We worked on his golf game, his swing, distance, mindset, and I'm so grateful that this was last minute that you made the time to join us today, Leroy. Thank you.
I see him there.
Yes, it might be a little fuzzy. And
Thanks, Jen.
Almost had him.
And I'm we had a little difficulty. Hello.
There
okay,
we are.
Got you. Yeah.
If you can hear me, I'm just saying that I'm very happy to be here, especially because Jen was so helpful with me. I thought I had a pretty decent golf game, and I thought I was in pretty decent shape. I'm retired. I went to the gym every few times a week, weights and some cardio. But then I spoke to her about this program that she had, and I told her that I would love it if I could increase primarily the distance on my drives, because I felt that would help me aid in what I wanted to accomplish on the course. And I signed up for the program. I was involved in that for a month. After the first 2 weeks, I went out and played, and I was astonished myself because I played my home course, and my first drive was the longest drive I'd ever hit there. I
Nice.
was on green, reaching greens in two strokes, and I got to tell you, the other part of what I had done with Jim was mindset and focus, but when I got on the first green in two strokes, I lost focus because I was just, I had never done that before. But I wrote to Jen and thanked her at that point, and I told her, I'm yours for the rest of the month. Do what you want. And I followed her instructions. I mean, working on meditation, doing exercises that had to do with, as I see now, my turns and my follow through. Uh, that significantly added to the game, and I didn't realize how much I was not really focusing and thinking about what I was trying to accomplish. It doesn't make me now crazy golf in the sense that I don't take it too seriously, because after all, I'm retired and I'm out there for fun. And so, but I got to tell you, this was one of the best things that I've done in getting involved with training for the game. The bonus came later that year, when I went to a holiday party, and I walked in, and I saw a number of people I hadn't seen in years, because since I had retired from work, And everybody said, well, Leroy, you look great. What are you doing? You look great. So the bonus was the physicality and creating this Adonis that exists here now. But and to do it without working and sweating in the gym 5 days a week and that sort of thing, because the little exercises that we did, uh, I was able to focus more on parts of my body that than I had when I was in the gym spending all of that time. So I fully endorse Jen's program, and it certainly has helped me.
Yeah, one thing I want to, what we talked about this just the other day was the foot and how important feet are, especially in golf, and the balance in the back leg. And some people, I heard someone say, I didn't even know I had feet until I was 70. And feet are one of our foundation, right? So if you have like the Empire State Building, you need to have the foundation to support the building. And it's the same thing with our bodies, our step, our sport, athleticism, and every move we make starts with the feet.
Yeah, I should mention I was coming off of I had ruptured my Achilles trying to play pickleball. I will not play pickleball again. But with having done that, I was able to focus on just how I stand and focus on my balance and my feet as it goes through the swing. And a lot of what I do, I'm sure, continued to help with the physical therapy I had done following my Achilles operation.
Excellent. Excellent. Let me ask you a quick one. So you hit your longest drive ever. How long in total do you think you've been playing golf? When did you start playing golf?
Okay. I didn't start until I was about 40, and I'm 70 now. So I've been playing for 30 years, but I've been out there. I've only taken a couple of lessons, and I've been playing for fun for the most part. And I still play for fun. I play with my playing partner, and we bet a whopping 25 cents a hole. And we pay off when we reach the $10. So it's solid fun. But again, those who know me, they know that at any conversation with me, golf is
right.
And I want to say one thing. It was so nice to work with you, Leroy, because you value your health. And we just met again and did a refresher course the other day. And Leroy has been doing his homework and everything that we went through. We ended in the end of 2025, I believe. And so he spent his months and the winter doing the exercises, continuing with the meditation, the mindset, the visualization, and working on, like he said, his Achilles tendon. So let's see what happens for the 2026 golf season.
Leroy, one more. I know you had been playing golf for 30 years before that, and it's exciting to see such an improvement after all that time. Has the benefits that you've been experiencing rolled over into anything else, or is there anything else? I know you've given up pickleball, which I understand. Is there anything else you want to pick up or are doing more of because of what you've been able to accomplish with Jen?
Can hear you.
I got a little you're muted a little bit. I don't know if you hit Nope. We lost you. All right. We'll say we're going to have you back, Leroy, so you can give that answer because you definitely had something to say there. So I was excited about that. But thank you very much for joining us. We'll give you one more shot if you can figure it out. Otherwise, we'll have you back.
You're muted now.
Yeah, let me see if I can unmute you. Well, there. Try it now.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, in answer to your question, I was just going to say, I just spoke to Jennifer a couple of days ago about uh, other issues. I want to just work on my mindfulness a little bit more and motivation and that sort of thing. I know that I've been really focusing on golf, but I'm now trying to work with her to translate that over into helping me get in the mindsets and focus and concentration to do some other things that I want to do in retirement, such as
Beautiful.
writing, and things like that.
Do you want to share your big secret
No.
of what's coming? All right. Stay tuned. Next interview.
The next show is going to be Leroy's big secret.
I'm a believer in do it instead of talking about it. So once I get it done, I'm happy to talk about it. Right now, if I talk about it too much, then I won't do it. That's been my history. So I'll work with you on that.
All right. Stay tuned.
Well, it's just very exciting to hear you in retirement wanting to pick up new things or advance in things that you've maybe wanted to do for a long time, or this transition that you're working on is helping you expand your horizons in that way. So that's the part I was getting at. And
Yes.
and yeah, if you've got things in the works, that's very exciting stuff. So we'll definitely have you back, because I know Jen's going to be here, so we might as well have you back too. It'd be exciting.
Okay, though.
Thank you, Leroy.
All right, you guys.
Appreciate
Thanks for having me on. Go, Jen.
Very good. Thank you. All right. Awesome to start out with such a power testimonial for you.
That was that's what I was saying. I really love what I do, and I wake up and I'm just I'm grateful for everything that I have and all the gifts. It's kind of like a gift, right? And I listen to my intuition and what I'm meant to do, and then I share it with others. And so that makes me happy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's very rewarding when you can work on yourself and bring other people along for the ride. I know you've been educating yourself, and that's always very powerful. But when you can pass that on to other people, your students, your friends, and colleagues there, that's very exciting stuff. So the name of this is the Élan Elite Power Plan. I think I'm going to show off your website so that people can find that. Let's bring that up. There it is.
I worked really hard on it, and I want to say, I went to the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Summit in Washington, D.C. recently. Right. And I was part of their program. And, one of the big things I learned and being there is about community and help. And I've had a coach. Her name is Minnie Vaughn. And she's been with me for years, and she helped me we just created the Power Plan page. She helped me do my speaker show reel for keynote talking. I'm still working on my TED Talk, so stay tuned for that. And, I have a web designer who Limor from Noop Innovation. She's been with me since the beginning of my business. And so I think, community, even you and I, Tim, have been friends for many, many years, started working out in the restaurant business, and here we are today. So it's like all the people that help along the way are my yoga teachers there, Colleen and Rodney. I think that's really something to say for that.
Absolutely. So let's dive a little deeper into this power plan. I think is right up here under services, power plans. There it is. And that's the cover for this this talk we're doing here today on YouTube. And I think we shared it on the Greenwich CT Facebook page as well. But here you are. Tell us a little bit about what a power plan means. And I love the work hard, play hard, and recover hard.
Yes.
I think I did a little promo piece about yesterday being St. Patrick's. I did have a couple green beers yesterday. So the recover hard is also was on my list to pay attention, take some notes.
It's so important. And I think it's something that's overlooked. We want to power through, work hard, play hard. But when it comes to recovery, stretching, taking care of yourself, getting enough sleep, all of that makes a huge difference, but it's often overlooked. So for myself personally, everything that I do here with the Power Plan, let me just say this, that some people look at me and they think, oh, you have it, look at you, you have it so easy.
Yeah.
But the reason it looks like that is because behind the scenes, I've worked so hard for everything that I have. I left home at 18. I worked 2 to 3 jobs. I put myself through school. And then I was so fortunate to, I had an amazing marriage, a fairy tale wedding in Paris, an award-winning business. I was invited into the Goldman Sachs program. And then in an instant, I lost everything. The marriage imploded terribly. COVID happened. I was isolated, alone, grieving, scared. My business was shut down. And then just when I started to feel a little better, a hurricane came through and wiped out my entire business and studio. And it was like, it was one hit after another.
Yeah.
And so in that moment, it was, do I want to let this defeat me? It seemed like, what's the point? What can I do now? But it was like, no, I've worked so hard for everything that I've gotten, and I'm just going to do little steps. I'm just going to feed myself. I ate guacamole for almost a year, all through COVID, because it was like, I couldn't make that many decisions. It was like, just get some food, process what's happening, and then wake up and do it again. And then after time, I started to build myself up, and exercise was really important to me. Meditation. I did want to talk about the top 3 things, and I'll start with it that people can implement to look and feel amazing. And one of them is deep meaning and purpose. So what's your purpose? What's your why? Like what we were talking about, what gets you up in the morning? Why do you want to go to the gym? Why do you want to have this successful business? Why do you want to drive the ball further? And then with that, it's about, the second thing is just as simple as starting your mornings and your evenings, like having a routine.
Yeah.
And the importance of that is these small little things, small little decisions that can make a huge impact in your life. So for example, if I want to go to the gym tomorrow, I set myself up the night before, and I might put out my sneakers near my bed with socks in them. Or if I want to do my meditation, which we did this in my yoga training, it was amazing, and I still do it. I set up my mat the night before with the blanket and the sandbag. And so when I wake up, it's all ready to go. Or maybe I start the coffee machine, or maybe I write out a list for work for tomorrow. So whatever that is for the morning. And then at night, it's about, getting enough sleep. I mean, I can talk about all the health things all day. What am I eating all day? But if you set up the morning and the night, it's kind of like bookending. And then it comes down to good decisions and bad decisions. So throughout the day, if your morning is going well, you're more likely to make good decisions for what you are eating, how you're moving, what your mindset is. And then if you end your night right, with some gratitude, closing the day, getting enough sleep, you're more likely to wake up the next morning and do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I do have that routine. I notice, let's just say, I notice the nights that I prepare my day for tomorrow, always the next day it works out to be much better than those other nights that I end up watching an extra TV show or just scrolling and just mindless scrolling or doing something that is not productive, and then just falling off to sleep without setting myself up. Definitely makes a huge difference for the next day.
Absolutely. So. And it's really hard to do that. I find myself, I'm on and I have to force myself to put it down.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Some days it's great. You need a little break, break up the routine or whatever, but there's other times where it's just doom scrolling, as they say. And you're trying to find something else that's important that's never really there and never really important. So you're just pushing yourself off into the next day. So you really preparing is the best thing. And I was thinking of when you were talking about it. What is when you say, "Oh, you're so lucky and you're so fortunate," and it's when you're prepared, and an opportunity presents itself. That's when you're lucky. But if you're not prepared and the opportunity is there, but you're not ready, your luck is not going to be there either. So I live by that rule. So you have to be prepared to see the opportunity and then take advantage of it. And you have done so much since the last time we spoke. And I mean, it's just fantastic. All the opportunities that you have seized. And then to have friends like Leroy come on, and there he is in the middle of the screen. I think that's the on and two symbol right there that he's flashing up, which is just fantastic when you can help someone achieve, and it might be a simple goal of being able to play golf and enjoy it to the fullest, and that's fantastic. So more power to all these people.
I just want to share the other two people. Emily on the right, I've been working with her for, I don't know, maybe like at least 10 years. And she used to have major back episodes that would take her out for like a week laid out. And since working together, she hasn't had one major back episode. So it's all about what you just said, that daily putting in the work and doing the time, taking care, nurturing the body. And all of the Power Plan is also about its holistic recovery, right? So it's not just the powering through, but it's the recovery and the small little things that Leroy talked about that make a big difference. And then Kai there on the upper left-hand corner, he suffered with chronic back and neck pain. He had a skiing injury when he was younger for over 30 years. And then we started working together. We were doing a Power Plan. I helped him train to go to Mount Everest, and he overcame his pain, climbed to base camp, and he used the meditation because he said it was so cold that you don't really sleep at night. You're in these weird little tents. You're on the mountain. It's freezing. You're eating yak or something. And so he said he's in his sleeping bag, and using just the breathing and the meditation that we did got him through the nights and then able to climb and continue the next day.
Wow, that's powerful. But yeah, prepping yourself, even, and people might think one way about the Power Plan, thinking you got to power through and do all these kind of things, but it's the little things that prepare yourself, and your mind is most important. So yeah, I can see how that would, well, especially if you're not going to get, some deep sleep on the base camp of Mount Everest. I could see how that might get your mind wandering, but being able to control your thoughts and prepare yourself for the next day, that's a big thing. That's power in itself.
Yeah, sometimes people think power, it's like all out 110%, but power is also knowing when to set boundaries, limitations, discipline. Also, my background is athletic training, sports injuries. That's why I was able to help him with his Achilles tendon a bit. And I based the philosophy partially off of what Olympians and pro athletes do. And who was it? It was Michael Phelps. He was at the Goldman Sachs Summit, and he said the difference between good and great is that those who are great are willing to do the things the good are not willing to do. So it's just about going a little more. And sometimes it's dialing it back, getting the sleep, missing the party, taking care of yourself, setting boundaries with even with relationships and connections in your life. Right. It all plays a part.
Yeah, I think that quote might be on there, but I don't know if it was also Bobby Knight said something like that. It's everybody prepares to win, but it's the preparing to prepare is when it creates the winners, something like that. So, being able to do the preparation is really what it takes to be to end up on top. And that's very powerful. Yeah, Michael Phelps saying same thing a little differently. But yeah, very powerful. So do you have an event specifically for this Power Plan that we want to show off, or what comes next for you?
Well, no, I don't have an event, but I just created so part of the power plan, well, there's there's a 3-month and then there's a 1-year VIP. And I put incorporated a retreat. So with the 3-month, you get 1 retreat. And if you're doing a year, we do quarterly retreats. So I also just created a new option. If you just wanted to do a retreat, I just did a couples retreat, and that was amazing. So it was like a way to connect, to build your relationship, to do something together. And I guess the nice thing about this is it's a personalized kind of like 5-star retreat where it's focused only on you. So rather than being in a group with a lot of people, everything is tailored and orchestrated to meet your needs. Whether it's, a significant other or a spouse. There's also one for friends or family. So it could be like mother and daughter, best friends. And then there's a third one for individuals. So if you just want to kind of work on everything. And this is at the Delamar, that picture there. Yeah. So I've done many retreats. I love the Delamar Hotel in Greenwich, Greenwich local.
Yes, right here on the water.
They are above and beyond. Yes. Exquisite, beautiful, attention to detail. And right on the water.
So all three, or anyone can book these for, couples or besties or whoever, a power team. If you have a group, a small business that wants to do, team building and all that kind of stuff, you can book that out.
Yes.
For people. Excellent. Family and friends. You see this all here, and this is on your website under events that you can schedule.
Yes.
Excellent. And there it is. Yeah, that's the Delamar. Beautiful spot.
Yeah, they have a lovely restaurant there. We had lunch. We did meditation out by the water there. And we did the summer retreat. We went over to Island Beach also.
Yes. Love Island Beach. We were talking about that last time you were here. That is a fantastic spot.
It's a really special place.
Yep. I have some lifeguards for the town. So you might have been under the watchful eye of a couple of my daughters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Very exciting. So yeah, that's great. And man, I should have you talk to my daughter, and just to interject a little bit, but she's a high school senior who recently won states with the boys football team.
Oh, wow.
She played 4 years for the boys, with the boys. And now this Saturday coming up, she's going to the state finals for the girls basketball team.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's exciting.
She's on the varsity basketball team. So I don't want to interject too much. She's doing so well.
I would love to meet up with her. Yeah. And support her.
Yeah. She's really doing some great things. And so, and she's one of the lifeguards. So very exciting stuff coming up for us this weekend. Mohegan Sun state final Saturday night. So cross your fingers for us.
All right. Congratulations.
But her journey is not over. She's going to be accepting, some college. She's weighing her options in colleges. So maybe you can have a talk to her about that and help her figure that one out, because she does have options. Obviously, a girl who can play football and basketball and then will play rugby in the spring. She'd probably do well talking to you about her mindset and everything else, all the life decisions that are ahead of her. Right now. So that would be fantastic stuff. Is there anything else you wanted to point out on the website, or anything else you wanted to talk about directly?
No, I'm happy to have a conversation with anyone. They can reach out. I don't know if you have my contact information up. Yeah,
I got this, ElanElite.com, and then schedule a call with Jennifer, ElanElite@gmail. Is that still the correct address?
Yes.
Best way to reach out to you. Fantastic. And of course, there's so much information on Élan Elite. We just went over that a few times on that website. So some really great stuff on there. And then of course, the best way to contact you is on there as well. ElanElite.com. That's fantastic. So is there anything specifically up next that you, a speech or any other events that goals that you want to speak at? How about that? Because you went to the Goldman one, and what's next for you?
I
Your
have,
TED Talk.
so I'm launching, I'm waiting for my TED Talk, but
Yeah.
as I'm waiting, I am, oops, I just lost my scarf. I created a keynote on stress, pain, and the brain, and I gave it at Kaufman Studios in Astoria, Queens. It was received very well, and so I'm stepping out, and I'll be doing that this year. A little more keynote speaking, like you said, workshops, specialized retreats for executives, leadership coaching, and mainly helping people overcome chronic pain, stress, and stress is a big one. I mean, you can have two people, one that's like kind of semi healthy, one that's super healthy, but high stress can kill you, like just done. So it's just so important in this day and age. And one other thing, so I wanted to list the top 3 things. The first one was meaning and purpose. The second one was setting up your morning and evening, good decisions, bad decisions. And then the third one is community. And, you know, like you're saying, your daughter, family, friends, connection, even being outside, having a coach, having a community of people, because in this day and age where technology is like such a force and we're connected all the time, having like a conversation, a dialogue, having people to talk to count on. I think a lot of people are feeling isolated and lonely. So I think community is really important. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you for all this great information. And then I'd like to say, you know, come back once a month, or I'd like to start bringing more people like Leroy on who want to give their success stories, or more opportunity for other people to come on and ask maybe some specific questions, or just some tips and tricks.
I would love that. Yes.
Make this more,
we got to grow
more of a regular thing.
The Greenwich Local. Let me just end with just one more thing. I wanted to share from the Goldman Sachs. I'm so grateful for the program, and they gave me community and alumni that still keeps going, and my group that we still meet. And Martha Stewart was there. She said, when you're through changing, you're through. And she is a renegade. She had like standing room only at 7 a.m. in the morning, and she just has business after business and energy and spirit. And then we had the Sharks, Kevin O'Leary and Damon John were on, and they were incredible, talking about you become what you think about all day, which I think is really important, the coming back to the mindset, and also having that passion where when you're in business, as you know, your competitors are looking out for your next 2 clients. So it's important to have that edge, to like be preparation, to be prepared when opportunity presents itself. Kat Cole, she was amazing. She talked about, you'll appreciate this from the restaurant business. She said, if you don't have a seat at the table, you're on the menu. And meaning for business and life. We were there to represent small business at Capitol Hill and to have a voice and a seat at the table for policy regarding small business. So it also applies to business and life. And then John Rogers, he's the executive vice president and secretary of the board. And he talked about how this program, 10,000 Small Businesses across the U.S. has... it brings in $29.3 billion. So that small business is really the backbone of the economy. Yeah. And then the last one is Ken Langone. He's the CEO, founder of Home Depot. He was amazing. And he talks about you do well by doing good. And it's about like having faith and trust and the golden rule. Yeah.
Right. That is awesome. That is great information. And then I'm gonna do a little promo for myself here at GreenwichLocal.com. Let me share that tab just to tell you what's going on, because I started this a while back to list these businesses on Greenwich and have it under Greenwich Local. But then, of course, I grew up in New Rochelle, and talking about real estate from New Rochelle through Greenwich and then beyond, What I'm doing is rebranding this through our new site, which I'm launching, and this is a greenwichct.us. And let me show this off here. This is the new site, and we've got a little more improvements to switch that over from just being Greenwich local to being greenwichct.us. And what that means is, it's about us, right? It ends in US, and obviously that's the address, but the .us is for me is it's about us. So I have New Rochelle, I have Larchmont.us, and all the other towns that go from here to Bridgeport, all .us, and these are going to list the businesses, much like yourself is on here. Let me see if I can find your listing, and we're going to improve that. Do this bonus. There you are.
Right there. Oh, nice.
One of the featured listings here on the site, of course. And but I want to bring the community tighter into a place where we can talk about small businesses helping each other, and then promoting themselves and each other on a site like this, greenwichct.us. And
yeah,
of course,
congratulations.
Greenwich Local has morphed into this and beyond for each one of those communities that we talked about. But that's a great thing to be prepared and to lift and help each other out. Will be a great thing. So thank you very much for coming back, supporting me and supporting your community and all your friends and people that you're working with. Because I know it's probably pretty easy. Leroy seems like a great and wonderful person to get along with, and to expand your network for people like Leroy and others that are seeing so much success with you. You have to be very proud of all that.
Thank you. I'm grateful. Yeah. And just speaking about, Greenwich Local, that just to mention that we worked at the Oyster House together, which is like a staple in Greenwich. And
I think that's on there. It is.
The
6th one there, Elm Street Oyster House. Of course. Yeah. We got a lot of friends all over town that are supporting greenwichct.us and Greenwich Local. So it's turning out to be a really great thing. So I'm very happy that you're a part of it, and that connection. And I remember I'm seeing my friend Abdul at the YMCA, and he says hello because I said, I'm doing a show with Jen, and he's like, oh, that's fantastic. Make sure you say hello.
I want to show you this necklace. He bought me this. We worked together for 8 years at the Oyster House, and this little angel necklace he bought me years ago, and I wear it every single day. And that was such a blessing to work there and be together with everyone.
That is fantastic. Well, now I'm gonna have to make sure he sees this episode and sees that.
Yeah, bring him on to he is the Oyster House.
Yes, it was very easy. He took some time off from there, but came back. So he's excited to be back. And I see him. Luckily, I see him more at the YMCA working out than I do at the Oyster House. I don't spend as much time there anymore, but I did stop in and saw Billy and
Billy's. Amazing. Yeah.
So good stuff. And maybe we should just go and visit him over there at the restaurant.
Absolutely.
That'd be a great thing.
Yes.
Bring Kimberly as well, because she says hello.
Yes, tell her I said hello. And
absolutely,
we'll connect about your daughter.
Yeah, that too. Oh, keep your fingers crossed for Saturday night up at the Mohegan Sun, the Greenwich Girls Division I finals.
What's their team called?
Finals. The Cardinals.
All right, the Cardinals. That was
Cardinals.
your logo I saw.
Yeah, that's for the town. The town, high school is the Cardinals mascot. So yeah, that's why we're using that. To bring everybody together on that one. But Saturday night's big night, Mohegan Sun. So wish us luck.
All right, go Cardinals.
Thanks, Jen. We'll see you again soon. We'll schedule this up. Next time we'll get you back a little sooner than 6 months.
Sounds good. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye. We'll see you soon.
Bye.